My name's Lindsay. I'm a practice nurse. I have been for the last 8 years. Started my career in the NHS over 15 years ago as a receptionist, and I've worked my way up into being a registered nurse. My day-to-day clinics run doing chronic disease reviews, smears, IMS and vaccinations, travel vaccinations, and I am also a non-medical prescriber, so I do a lot of the diabetic reviews and a lot of the respiratory reviews as well. Obviously I've had a lot of supervision throughout my training, and I've had some really good supervision and some not so good supervision. One time I will always remember is when I qualified and I came into general practice and I was doing my IMS and VAX training. I was the only nurse in that practice, so I didn't really have anyone to support me. So a supervisor came in who was an experienced practice nurse, and guided me and gave me confidence and spent time with me, just really reassuring me that I did know what I was doing. And that worked really well because she had the time and she showed the support, and also it benefited her as well with a continuing professional development, because there were some elements of the training that were new to her that she'd not heard about before. So I think, you know, that's a good benefit of having a good supervisor. As a supervisor myself now for student nurses coming out into practice, I find it invaluable spending time with them. It helps towards my continued professional development. It also teaches me new things, things that perhaps I might not be as up to date with as I thought I was. And it also gives you new ideas and ways of working from new learners coming through, and I think that can be really important to your practice, and not only to your practice but to your patients. I think timing is a big factor, whether it be in a secondary care setting or a primary care setting really. If you've not got the time to give to that learner, they're not going to have the best experience. But if you have the time, you can kind of work with that learner to develop their skills and to let them be a little bit more independent in their own, you know, abilities. So as a supervisor myself now, I think it's really important. It helps with your continued professional development. It helps with your own confidence levels as well, and your own abilities when you're supervising someone. It's part of your code of conduct that we do it. And I would recommend that you go on the course. It was phenomenal when I went on it, and it's taught me so much, and I think it's inspired me to be a better supervisor.